All right, let's get back to work. What a stupid community I live in. Sinister. Yeah, Sinister is trying to replace that was made by God with that was made by man. Okay, now, the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail. The Ark of the Covenant is the head of a man, and the Holy Grail is the womb of a woman, right? Now, the Ark of the Covenant is the Word becomes flesh, So, the Ark of the Covenant is the human being that reflects faith in infinite glory, and then replaces all the delusions of divine, enlightened despots and shit. The people that think they're descendants of the gods and they're the gods and shit like that. And so God's omnipotent, omnipotent. It's a consistency of the Gospels of Genesis, and then so on, so on, and so forth. Okay. And so what happens is there's always a living correction to the fallacy. Okay. We always have one. Okay. And every time the living correction comes, the devil and Satan come and try to discredit it or turn it into the mythology. The golden plates are hidden deep in the mountainside. It's like, oh, daddle daddle. Okay. There was someone in Joseph Smith's line that wanted to connect to the line of the Messiah so he could get away from all the bullshit. All the churches in the United States were wrong. Okay. They were engaged in violent idolatry, and they were mass murdering each other and stuff. And so Joseph Smith, after having that conversation with his school teacher and his pastor, okay, in upstate New York, who told him his brother was going to hell, okay, a magic place in the afterlife, okay, because he was a bad kid. He didn't pay attention. He was always undermining him in instruction, and he wasn't paying. He wouldn't accept the Gospels and all that stuff. It's the pastor. You know how it is when you get those pastors that are hypocrites and full of shit. And so it was hard on Joseph. So Joseph felt, he was compelled. He went out in nature, away from everybody, like Jesus in the Bible, and went for revelation. And he got revelation, and it was very strong. He definitely did. So we know this, and the people that are the corporation of the church store, of selling and buying the books and are not the people, okay, that got the revelation. Now, you guys got to understand now what's going on right now. The main group that is literally targeting itself with its own robotics for genocide, for extermination, okay, is a group called the Temple of Set Illuminati, okay, and the people involved, most directly involved in my physical, mental, and emotional manipulation, which is still torture, and are the people that are literally setting themselves up for forms of extermination through their genocide operations. And I explained that to them right off the bat, that they're symbiotic to the people that they're attempting to kill. Okay, so all the people that they're trying to talk into doing evil things instead of living the Lord's Prayer so they continue their genocide operations are the people that are most like them. Okay, do you understand? Well, it was pretty evident in the debate last night with Donald Trump, okay, sitting there, saying that, we had a great economy, and then a pandemic came and ruined my administration. And everybody knows pandemics, knows that the cause of pandemics is human, aggressive, irrational, abusive behavior. So his economics and what he was doing economically was the main cause, okay, and who he was working with to stimulate the economy archaically were the main cause of COVID-19, okay, They can't get them to do anything they don't want to do, and they'll gladly kill over me, my grandpa's money, and watch you and Jesus die, persons. And life is eternal, and grace is infinite. Okay, so you've got to understand this. And so, when I'm trying to save people, you're like, why are you trying to save these bad people? If I can get them to stop and publicly recognize me as the Messiah and start forgiving debt and trespass and loving one eternal faithful peace through social media trending, okay, isn't that better than me having to sit here and be a target for irrational thinking for genocide operations and their technology eventually have to find ways to kill them? Isn't it better if they submit to living the Lord's Prayer? I try to help protect their children from their own abuse. And whatever I'm doing it better than you are doing and what you think you would do if you were me. Okay? Let's not all be like Barack Hussein Obama because he's not earning his Hussein. Okay? Let's not be like him. Okay, let's not be like someone with a virtual presence in the Messiah's life, spying on him and thinking he's the line of Joshua. It's like, when did the line of Joshua spy on Moses? Does he do that in the Bible? Okay, when does Abner spy on David in the Bible? Okay, when is Abner one of the people that's spying on David? When is Joshua spying on Moses? To see if Moses is making shit up or manipulating people with, coming up with schemes to keep his social position, man. Okay, so it's obvious that Obama's not the line of Joshua. Okay, they're just making up a narrative. Okay, it was hard for me to see. Who helped me last night was Bravery. I was in the shower. She started talking to me about stuff that happened in our lives through the abuse of the sexual manipulation. She was like, and I was like, I don't want to do this. And she was like, yeah, you do. I was like, why do I want to do this, Natalie? This is uncomfortable. She goes, yeah, but I'm a 5-year-old kid, a 7-year-old kid, and a 11-year-old kid, and a 13-year-old young girl, a young lady going through this, Ralph. Okay, and you're supposed to be the Ark of the Covenant. Now help me through it. Make me feel like I'm not perverse, make me feel like I'm not a bad person. It was those scientists that had a virtual presence in our life. Now help understand. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So guys, when I was young and the scientists were monitoring my behaviors, they didn't have the science projects that they have today to monitor your brain activity, to manipulate you with stuff that manipulates you. Like when you sleep at night. And before, when I was young, and I would have dreams, okay, I could control the entire narrative of the dream, okay? Now I can control, like, going to the store, how I react, but I can't control the narrative. And tonight when I went to bed, I thought, well, I'm going to go through and I'm going to control the narrative. I'm going to take control of the dream stuff. And the dream got more ridiculous and stupid. Okay, so how you control how you react is like, flying or what the fuck? Okay. So you get really stupid. And I had that with some of the things with basketball and stuff in my dreams when I'm younger and stuff. And you control how you're acting and it turns into something just really stupid and ridiculous. Okay. You gotta understand the people doing the metaverse are doing military projects to continue to manipulate your mind to keep you involved in their philanthropy and not participating in living the Lord's Prayer. Okay, so you understand? So you have to go where people are in the similar position as you, getting abused by the business partners of the Temple Set Illuminati. Now, the Temple Set Illuminati gives you both presidential candidates. Okay, like we joked about last night, about Burger King and McDonald's. Okay. Now, you don't hold food hostage. You live the Lord's Prayer. You're not going to have large restaurant chains still employing workers, okay, to get their job, and their experience so they can become keep themselves in indentured servitude so they can work their way up the food chain of insanity to put others in indentured servitude, so you can work hard and get ahead, right? So don't work hard and get ahead. Work together and stay on top of things, like, Joseph getting the grain, and you see what I'm saying, so the sickly cows and all that stuff. So what we do to one another affects our environment and then affects our lives. And so we live the Lord's Prayer. That's going to affect our environment. It's going to affect our lives. It's going to affect us, especially intellectually, psychologically, and emotionally. And so we're just going to be better people, and we're going to do better things. Okay. People that reject it are probably most likely, that go insane and stuff like that, are either going to kill themselves or find ways to get stopped by drones and robotics technology, which can protect us from people that try to do chaotic things like the Z-Guys movies with putting the crap in the air or crap in the water, because that's not my issue. And we all deserve clean air and clean water, okay? And we all need to live the Lord's Prayer in order to attain that. Okay, guys? All right, I love you. Let's load this up. It's going to take a while. Well, that's the scientists, they're still doing that genocidal operation game thing where they're, you know what I mean? So we can't, the only way they're going to change is by trending these YouTube videos, okay? Or the technology is going to have to be used to find ways to stop them. So let's all keep hopes that tangible will supplant probable, and we'll be using this social media site, this YouTube, to fulfill the apocalypse, so we can all live the Lord's Prayer together. Okay, guys? So let's keep that hope alive. All right, thanks, Ray. I love you guys. All right, peace.